So Riyadh Season have announced a new sponsorship deal with Boxer, which is Ben Shalom's boxing promotion. And honestly, if you know boxing, if you know the economics behind boxing, you know that Ben Shalom has truly caught life with this deal. Now, Riyadh Season have been involved with boxing for a good number of years now, and at this point have spent a lot of money on the sport and have been shown that they're willing to work with everyone, including Ben Shalom, right? But Ben Shalom's just signed a TV deal with BBC to have, like, I think, 4 events a year on the BBC, which in and of itself is a big deal. But if you understand TV, the TV business, boxing, you know that, yes, BBC is a huge network and a huge platform, but financially, he won't be getting paid anywhere near the amount he would have been getting paid at Sky. That's the reality of it. And Ben Shalom, he's going to try and sell this BBC deal as, an upgrade. You're going to be available in more homes, but the reality, in terms of business, you're going to be paid less because the BBC has far less money to spend than Sky, right? Far less far less disposable resource to spend on boxing than what Sky had, right? So yes, the platform's huge, but the economics just simply aren't there because BBC is a free-to-air TV network, for those of you not in the UK, right? So anyone who's got a TV can watch BBC, right? Whereas not everyone who has a TV in the UK can watch Sky. You have to pay for Sky. It's an additional thing to your package, your TV package, right? So that's where the more money comes in naturally. BBC doesn't have that, so BBC can't pay Boxer that amount of money. So good thing Turkey Al Sheikh and Riyadh Season have stepped in, because without this, like Eddie Hearn and I think Frank Smith have said, the level of quality of show and quality of box and level of production will match the level of investment, right? And if BBC aren't able to invest a lot of money, which they're not, then you're not going to be able to get the big names on the cards. That's the simple reality of it, because big names want big money. But big names don't really care about being on BBC, getting their name out there. I mean, they'll say they do because everyone says they do. It's a prize. They're prize fighters. Everyone wants the money. That's what they want. They want the money, right? And without Riyadh Season, Boxer would have struggled to sort of get that sort of money in the sport, right? But they've been able to, and Ben Shalom's definitely caught life with this. Hopefully, this means he can sort of retain some of his big names, your Ben Whitakers, your Adam Azims, I guess the Fraser Clark, Jamie TKVs. I don't think they're even signed to Boxer actually, but I think Boxer probably won the purse bid. But yeah, that's what I'm getting at basically. Ben Shalom was very lucky because Riyadh Season have spent a lot of money and worked very collaboratively with Matchroom and with Queensbury, and they could have been at a point where they're like, yeah, that's enough. We control boxing. We don't need to be involved with Boxer. They're not major players. But Turkey Al Sheikh and Riyadh Season, likely, out of the good of their heart, were, saying they want to deliver as many big events for the UK fans as they can. So they're going to be sponsoring Boxer again. So Ben Shalom caught life, man. He's a very lucky dude. And hopefully this deal means, Box, like I said, can continue to keep their big names and attract even bigger names. But yeah, be curious to know what you guys think of this deal. Not a ton of specifics has been released about this deal in terms of amounts and lengths, etc. Everyone's just said that apparently it's a game-changing deal, whatever the fuck, right? But yeah, I'd be super curious to know what you guys think of this deal with Riyadh Season and Boxer. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.